The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Healthcare. January is Birth Defects Awareness Month, and Dr. Martha Monson is here to tell us how we can decrease our chances of a birth defect. Welcome so much, Dr. Monson. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So I think that, this is really important information to get out there. So I'm so excited that you're here today. Can you tell me right off the bat, how often do birth defects occur?
Yeah, so at this time in the United States, birth defects occur in approximately 1 in 33 live births.
Wow, okay. So that's higher for me as a percentage than I would have guessed, relatively common. What are some of these common birth defects that you're seeing as a physician?
Yeah, some of the most common defects include congenital heart defects, cleft lip and palate, and defects such as spina bifida or neural tube defect.
Okay, and I know that you're here today and you have some tips on how, expecting parents or people who are thinking of conceiving can really try to avoid the birth defects. So right off the bat, we're going to talk about the first step, which is a checkup, right? Tell me about checking up and kind of ensuring, that's so helpful.
Yeah, so if you are considering pregnancy or have discovered that you're pregnant, it's so important to get in to see your OB or midwife provider early on in pregnancy. This gives the provider a chance to review your health history, family history, current medications, prescription or otherwise. They may recommend additional changes in management to improve the chances for a healthy pregnancy, decrease the chance for birth defects.
And that's key, decreasing the chances. Okay, so step number 2 or tip number 2 would be maternal screening. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so one of the things that you can talk about with your provider at a prenatal or preconception visit is the option for maternal screening. And this can be laboratory tests or early ultrasounds, anatomy scans to try and identify the risk for a birth defect.
It's incredible what technology can do nowadays, and having those screening, that's so important. All right, the third step is vaccines. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, we highly encourage influenza and COVID-19 vaccinations going into pregnancy and at any time in pregnancy. We know that unvaccinated pregnant women who become ill with these conditions have a much higher risk for life-threatening complications, pregnancy complications, and preterm birth. So get vaccinated.
Absolutely, and I know that there's a lot of information out there and a lot of maybe skepticism. Some people are nervous, but you're saying it's completely safe to get those vaccines.
We've had tens of thousands of women receive these vaccines with no untoward events.
Okay, that's very important information. What is the fourth step? Vitamins. Tell me about that. Yeah.
So again, if contemplating pregnancy or early in pregnancy, so important that moms take a prenatal vitamin daily, and this should have at least 400 micrograms of folic acid to decrease the risk for neural tube or defects or spina bifida.
Okay, that's super helpful as well. So fifth step is decreasing your drinking. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so again, if pregnancy is suspected or confirmed, moms should really try to avoid any exposure to tobacco, alcohol, or any illicit drugs. These substances, many of them can cause harm to the placenta, cause birth defects, or even problems for the pregnancy or for the baby after delivery.
Okay, these are also such important tips, such good information. Thank you so much, Dr. Monson. Tell us where we can go for more information to learn about, how to avoid these birth defects.
Well, certainly going to your OB or midwife provider is certainly a good option, or I would refer all of our viewers at home to visit intermountainhealthcare.org.
All right, incredible. It's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.